Welcome to a special Ark Survival Evolved thing. Actually, it's about Ark Survival Ascended, but what I got here on my phone right now is the listings on the PlayStation Store, because there's a couple interesting things here. So, to recap the news that we all know, Ark Survival Ascended is coming out in 2 days for Xbox. Came out 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago now, for PC on Steam, and we're supposed to get it at the end of November for us, you know, lowly PlayStation users. Supposed to. Still not set in stone or anything. We still don't have a solid date. But, so we're going to look at the listing here, which is why these are on, because I don't need them for close-up. I don't need them to play the game. I don't fail at Ark because I can't see what I'm doing because the glasses aren't on. These are just reading glasses, okay? So don't at me. Anyway. So the usual stuff at the start, responding to a new dinosaur survival experience beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah, maybe someday, as Ark is reimagined from the ground up into the next generation of video game technology with Unreal Engine 5. I have a little bit of exception with that just because it seems a lot of the same bugs are cropping up. So if the code was completely rewritten, why are the same bugs still there? But that's not what we're here to talk about. So features. First one is Ark Survival Ascended has completely recreated and redesigned the artwork and worlds of Ark to take advantage of the latest in video game technology, Unreal Engine 5, using high-end graphic features such as fully dynamic global illumination so that light bounces realistically off of surfaces and provides realistic reflections, and advanced mesh streaming, nanite, of hundreds of millions of triangles for extreme detail. I cannot wait to see that on PS5, and I will do a split screen side-by-side Ark Survival Ascended, Ark Survival Evolved on the island in the same spot so we can see exactly what the difference is between the two. Is it actually as much of a big difference as they say it is? It's interesting to see. But, hello Mr. Dinosaur, that's not the point here. We get down to it. So, advanced new physics systems such as dynamic water so that every creature creates waves, ripples, splashes, and bubbles as they move through fluids. Fully interact with physical foliage where every blade of grass, bush, and tree reacts to characters, explosions, projectiles, and physical objects. Sounds great. Again, I can't wait to see it. Please give us a date. But that's not what we're here about either. As we go on, continuing. And this is, as I say, if you go to the PlayStation Store, search for Ark Survival Ascended, it's listed as coming soon, but you can put it on your favorite list. It is there. So this is in Canada, where I am. Apparently it is still in the United States as well. But Ross Clark was saying that it may have been removed on Australia, which is concerning, that one of the stores has removed the game. We don't know what's going on there because, you know, Wildcard is really good about telling us what's going on. Anyway, so Ark Survival Ascended includes access to all of Ark's worlds, including Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, Genesis 1, Genesis 2, and more. Yes, because their plan is to release all of the DLC maps, the story maps, and the other ones, like Fjordur, Lost Island, The Center. All of those things are all supposed to be coming free of charge with your Ark price. Thanks, phone. Thanks. That's great. Finish making your noise. So they're all supposed to be coming, sorry, rudely interrupted by email. Anyway, so that's not the important thing either. So the definitive survival experience returns better than ever. Design your survivor, form a tribe, and tame, train, breed, and ride dinosaurs within a living ecosystem. Watch your food, water, temperature, and weather patterns. Slowly expand outwards, blah, blah, blah. The same thing. Ark Survival Ascended is going to be Ark Survival Evolved. Same sort of thing. That's what we're telling us. But that's not what we want to look about here. Now, more points. There are 4 points left to go that are on this. Like I said, this is on the PlayStation Store. And I'm putting these up on the screen now so you can see these are screenshots from the store. So if this disappears, they've changed it. This is what it is right now. So, thorough quality of life revamps in every area. Redesigned user interface. Thank goodness, because the PlayStation interface is horrible. I say that, but really, we're spoiled. Because if you've been watching the channel, you know, up until Ark Survival Ascended drops, I'm not putting out any more new Ark Survival Evolved. So, I've been playing different survival games. And, you know, we whine and moan and complain about Ark a lot, but boy, are we spoiled compared to some of the other survival offerings out there. Stranded Deep controls compared to Ark, it is night and day. I didn't think that you could make a clunkier, more inefficient inventory management system, and yet they managed it. Our Wildcard, props to you. We don't realize how good we've got it in the UI and art. I mean, the PlayStation version, it really needs improvement, definitely, but it is way better than a lot of the other stuff. Anyway, so next one, cross-platform modding. Download and play new custom content created by players, including new maps, creatures, items, game modes, through a dedicated new mod browser directly within the game. They say that, but as of time of recording, you cannot put a new map up. Mikadis has been attempting to get information from Nitrado, saying, why can't they play my maps? The map is there. Why can't anybody install it? So, you know, it's a few weeks to launch. Obviously, there's going to be rough patches, but you shouldn't say things are going to be available if they're not. It should be at a coming soon, not a point that's happening now. And this PlayStation, they're saying on the PlayStation, we'll be able to do that right away. And I would like to, because if you watch Kaya on Fire's video, she points out 5 of them. One of them, the awesome spyglass. Yes, I want that. I want that in my life. I've wanted that in the game since the first time I saw that mod on PC. I wanted it for PlayStation, and now we're going to be able to get it. Maybe. Again, we haven't got the PlayStation version yet. We don't know what we're actually going to get. So, now, next one, there are 2 points left. Cross-platform multiplayer. Form your online tribe across different gaming platforms. That, I mean, yay and nay. I'm okay with it because if people want to do that, that's great. And I'm also okay with it because there are a lot of my friends who play on PC or on Xbox that we can now all play together, where we couldn't before because all the systems were segregated. I'm surprised Sony has let this go through, to be honest, considering Sony's basic stance on any cross-player was no. And who knows, they've changed. I don't know, it's changed. We're going to be having that, they say. Again, the PlayStation version is out. Take that with another really large grain of salt. Now here's the last one here. This is the point, the very last point on the list, and I think this is left over from the Ark Survival Evolved blurb, and it should have been deleted. But what we've got here, I can highlight it up on the screen for you right now. I'm going to highlight it so you can see this. Supports public online multiplayer for up to 70 players, private session multiplayer for up to 8 players, and local split screen for 2 players. Now, as far as I recall, we don't need that anymore. As far as I recall, they said there was no local split screen. That wasn't possible in Unreal 5. They weren't doing it. That was gone by the wayside. We weren't getting that anymore. We've known that for a long time. And I was okay with it because rarely do I ever do it. Maybe once or twice when I was showing a friend the game, and they're never as into it as you are they? As our players know, sometimes we're a lonely bunch. But the thing on the store says local split screen 2-player co-op. So is it in there or isn't it in there? This is what I need to know. Is it in there or isn't it in there? Because the store says it is. The store says 8-player local. Now what I've been seeing on the forums, you know, weeding through the thousands and thousands of spam messages and thousands of hate comments that Wildcard was getting every second. I mean, guys, calm down. I love the game as much as you do, but it's just a game. And yelling at Dolly and said, they're not the ones that are making these decisions that are causing you the agita. That's way above them. So, just anyway, but what's going on? That's the really thing. Like, this is something that needs to be addressed. Wildcard needs to say, yeah, there is 2-player split screen on PlayStation, or no, there isn't. That's a typo. We've got to change that. So which one is it? So I'm bait and see, sitting here, waiting, like all of the other PlayStation players, for Ark Survival Ascended to drop. When it drops, the day it drops, there will be a big stream. I'll be going through the character creator to see exactly what kind of detail we can get on a character. Because you know, when there's a really detailed character creator, my first goal is always to see if I can make me and put me in the game. Looks like me, full, sadly out of shape and everything, but looks like me. Can we do that? Or is it just a variation on the one we had before? So we'll compare those. Another comparison is, can I still do the 0 to 20 in 2 hours? 0 to metal tools in 2 hours of play on Ark Survival Ascended? Does that same leveling method still work? We don't know yet. And I haven't watched any of the Steam stuff, and I'm not going to watch any Xbox stuff. I've watched a couple news videos, but I've not watched anything but how to anything because I don't want to know. I want to find out in the PlayStation version myself. Another question is, how many times are we going to crash? That's going to be a good question because Ark Survival Ascended 8 years in on PlayStation is still not super stable. It crashes. It happens. The center was absolutely abysmal for the amount of crashes. I know a lot of people are saying the center is my favorite map. Well, on PlayStation 5, the center of the center map, like anything outside the outer edge, you went in there, crash. You tried to get your stuff out of there, crash. So how was that going to be? But we're not going to see the center right away. So other things they're going to do is raft building the same. Is the method I know and love for making a raft going to work? Check that out too. Taming is new. There's babies. Can we just grab the babies up and tame them up? Can we still knock the parents out? Is there new taming mechanics? I do know there are now 127 colors. 127 dyes instead of the 31 that we had before. I've seen you can make some pretty awesome pictures. That will be another one. Does the camera work on PlayStation? Because the camera to take a picture of Ark and then make a picture to hang on your wall has been broken on PlayStation for years. Will they fix that? Is it fixed? Is that going to be like, because now the PlayStation 5 has more memory and everything and we're on Unreal 5, is it going to work? These are the questions we want to know. And in maybe as little as 18 days, I will be able to show you that. So, if you enjoyed this breakdown of look at the PlayStation Store entry, and you're thinking, hey, this guy sounds like he might know what he's talking about. Subscribe now. Do me a big solid. Subscribe to Ark Survive now. And in 2 weeks or so, unless Wildcard /Sony /Grove Street Graves, there are so many players in this cluster F of a release that could screw it up. Unless one of them screws it up by the end of November, we should be seeing on PlayStation. And you'll be seeing new content from me coming at you live and coming at you on YouTube. And so yeah, if you want to see PlayStation content with a PlayStation player who's been playing since Ark started on PlayStation. I know there are people who have more, but I've got over 3,000 hours in Ark. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. I don't know everything, and I don't know what's going on in the new one. I'm interested to find out how the information is going to apply to the new one. What's changed, what's the same. We're going to get to see in just a few short weeks. But this was just a video to let you know about the information on the PlayStation Store. You can favorite it now in Canada, I think in the States still too. I don't know about other countries because I'm not there. But if you're watching this, comment down below if in your country's PlayStation Store you can actually get Ark Survival Ascended favorited. So it's on your wish list, so when it comes available, you'll know right away. And well, hopefully we will see you for Ark again in a few short weeks. Monday and Fridays right now, instead of Ark Survival Evolved, we've got Stranded Deep. It's the yeah. On Wednesdays, Crystal Isle is wrapping up this week, and I'll be doing a new series that's called Moonbase Alpha, which is on the lunar biome in Genesis, and that'll be going out on Wednesdays. Also, if you're interested in other stuff, on Thursdays on my cooking channel, there are recipes, cooking stuff, and Tuesdays on the comedy channel, it's the Angus and Craig Show, which is just a crazy comedy about nothing with me and the puppet, you know. Anyway, if nothing else, subscribe to this. Get ready now. The content is coming. I promise you the content is coming if they would just give me the game. As soon as they give me the game, I'll start showing you what it looks like. I'll start showing you how to do things. I'll start doing the tutorials again that I've been doing so long that people say, thank you, you got me through the start of the game with your tutorial. Great. Subscribe. And we will see you in 18 days or less, unless something else goes wrong. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.